Hi everyone. So this month we've been following Juliana's journey from master's student to published first author, and today I wanted to share with you the most dramatic moment of this publishing process because it's a great example of the kinds of things that can go wrong when you're trying to publish, and also it's a great example of the kinds of things that a dedicated an academic publishing coach could help you with. So the story is that Juliana did her research on medication adherence, which is like how much somebody sticks to their prescribed medication plan. So to measure this, there's a very famous scale called the Mirsky scale, and it's just 4 questions that you can ask anybody, and it will let you know how much they're sticking to their medication plan. So Juliana used this scale, and to do her research, we got the data, wrote up the manuscripts, translated it into English, sent it for publication, and it was approved, but the reviewer said that before we actually published it, we needed to make sure that we had gotten the copyright to use this scale because there have been copyright issues in the past. So we reached out to Dr. Mirsky, who was the owner of the copyright, and we, first apologized because we didn't know that this was a copywritten scale, and this was intellectual property. So we reached out and we apologized to him, and we said, sorry we used your scale without prior authorization, but we're wondering if you would give us the copyright now so that we can go ahead and use it, so that we can go ahead and publish it. And so he responded pretty quickly, like 2 days later, saying that yes, of course we can go ahead and publish it, and that he even has like a special student discount where he lets you use the scale for only $80. And so we said, great, that's the $80 totally doable. So we wrote back and said, accept, totally on board, let us know where do we send the money. Can we PayPal you or what? So we wrote that, got nothing for like 2 weeks. So then we wrote back again, like, just to reiterate, we're totally on board, $80 sounds fine, let us know where to send the money. Nothing. So we waited like 2 weeks more, and then I was like, let me call. So I called UCLA and called his department, because he was a professor at UCLA. So I called his department, and they said that all communication with Dr. Mirsky had to go through email. So I wrote another email, did another round of calls. We even contacted his coworkers, and they said everything has to go through email with Dr. Mirsky. So by then, like 2 months, almost 3 months had passed, and we started getting nervous, like, is he okay? Did he get sick? Is he on sabbatical? So we started Googling even more, and it turns out that this is this guy's MO. This is a scam. He tells you that you can use his scale, and then when you actually go and do, because you never paid the $80, he sues you for copyright infringement. And if you don't want to get sued, you have to settle for between $6,000 to $10,000. And he does this typically with master's students or young researchers who don't know the whole copyright situation. So I was so mad when I found out about this, and I started telling everybody. I was like, can you believe, like, a tenured UCLA professor using his position to scam third world young researchers? Like, you guys met Juliana. She's a master's student, a full-time nurse. She's got a family. She works so hard, and this guy who has like a nice job at UCLA is trying to scam her. Like, I was so mad. So I started talking to everybody. I was like, what can you even do from like a legal standpoint? Because the research is done, the article's published, Juliana was waiting for a scholarship that was writing on this article. Like, what can we even do at this point? And so my dad, who used to work in the whole university system in LA, he said, I know they have an intellectual property office. I'm sure they would be very interested in knowing what this UCLA professor is using his position to do in terms of intellectual property. So I called them, and we talked for a long time, and they were very concerned. Then they asked me for like a written record of everything, so I wrote up everything that had happened. I sent over all the emails, I sent over all the news stories about what this guy's doing, and then they passed that on to like the upper levels of the lawyers. And wouldn't you know, the very next day, Juliana gets an invoice for how to pay for the $80. So we paid, and then the article was published. And then afterwards, Dr. Mirsky's son reached out to us, and it seems like the son, I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe the son's trying to put things right. So it seems like maybe they're getting on the right path to letting people like actually pay for the copyright and do the right thing. So let's hope so. But I just wanted to share this experience because it's a great example of the kinds of things that can go wrong while you're trying to publish. And just for everybody out there to be careful, there are scams out there. there's predatory journals, there's these kinds of things. Just be careful and make sure that if you have any issues that are kind of suspicious, reach out like we did. We reached out to the university or reach out to an academic publishing coach, because we can be in your corner and try to help you get through this. All right, see you guys later.